What is up, YouTube and friends? This is Radical Radman here, back with another episode of Crazy Justice. And you know what's crazy? It has been 3.5 years since I have made a YouTube video at all. And I am here back on the Crazy Justice world that I made all those years ago. I was scrolling through YouTube, bored, and I thought to go check out one of my old videos, and I saw a comment from somebody called Ya Boy Curls, and he just basically said that my videos were amazing. He loved them, and he wanted to see more. They're not amazing. They're terrible. They're so bad to watch. And I knew that when I was making the videos. I simply did not have a computer powerful enough to make videos this clear, this smooth. I'm pretty sure that my new computer has given me the ability to make YouTube videos that really don't have any lag. I did a test to see how good it was, and I recorded some clips, I edited them together, and I posted them on YouTube to see how they would come out. And they came out good. Like, I went on YouTube, I watched the video all the way through, and it was not terrible. It was smooth. Like, the worst things about my videos before were just the lag, just the absolute slideshow that it was. Now, since I'm coming back from so many years not playing, I am very unfamiliar with, like, my world. So I'm kind of re-familiarizing myself with things. So that's going to be fun. Now, in terms of being back and making YouTube videos, I am not going to be able to record a lot. I think the goal is to try and make a video every 3 or so weeks. Because I'm just not going to be able to, like, I have a full-time job. I'm a supervisor at a cabinet shop, which is awesome. I love that job. But it just it's not going to leave me time to go around making YouTube videos all the time. So, you know, I'd love to make all kinds of videos, but I'm just not going to be making videos all that often. Alright, so my plan is basically to... I'm not sure what my plan is. I've been kind of thinking about some options, and I thought maybe I wanted to try and teach some things while playing, or maybe I want to just learn together. I think that's going to be kind of the more reliable option. Actually, I'm trying to make... I like the idea of just learning Minecraft together. I used to play Minecraft a ton, and I'd say I got decent at it. I was pretty good. I wasn't, like, at the level of Pixel Rift or, like, Mumbo Jumbo, but I was decent. But for today, I'm not sure what my ultimate plan is going to be, but for today, my goal is just going to be to try and just play Minecraft and enjoy Minecraft together. So hopefully, I don't know, you enjoy just watching me try to figure out how to play Minecraft. So I don't really have a plan, just wing it and bring you guys along. Now, I do want to try to push for some slightly more ambitious projects. I'm not sure exactly what they all are yet, but I'd like to kind of... I've got like a bucket list of things that I want to try to make. The first one being, I would really like to make an iron farm. So yeah, the goal for this episode is to build an iron farm. I think I've built one of those before. So right now I'm just trying to gather some materials. I don't think I have any wool to make the beds for the iron farm, though. I do have plenty of iron, though. Whew. The plan is to start using that up. So I was thinking about some of the projects I'd kind of like to do. One of them would be an automatic sorter, and it would just be really nice to have plenty of iron to do for whatever projects I want. And also, building an iron farm is a good project to work on. Though I don't think I have any wool at all. I think a sheep farm is going to need to be on the list of things that I need to make. For now, I'm just going to have to make a pair of shears using my bucket loads of iron and go and find a sheep. Maybe while I'm at it, I'll find a few sheep. There's a white sheep. Actually, there's a few white sheep. There's more over here, so there we go. There we go. Who needs a sheep farm when you can just go collect it naturally. What do I got? 10? That's plenty. I can have white beds. In fact, I like the idea of having the gray bed to kind of split up the colors of the bed. All right, there are definitely more materials I need. I think I wanted to build it out of birch. Although I do not have a lot of birch. Although I do have a lot of diorite. Ooh, and calcite. Can I make that work? I don't know how valuable calcite is. Diorite and andesite is what I'm thinking. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Diorite looks like poop. If you've ever seen any of Iskall85's videos, diorite looks like poop. Diorite, I would agree, is not the most appealing block. However, I really don't mind polished diorite. Yeah, diorite's pretty ugly. Polished diorite is not bad. Also really like polished andesite. I also like polished granite. I like them all. Maybe I can find some kind of combination of polished diorite, polished granite, and granite. That's what I'm going to try. Along with spruce wood, so it's going to be a little bit surrounded by all the spruce wood. Need a shovel, which I have. I'll just keep that on me. Okay, a couple more things I needed was more water. I thought about just using ice, but I don't know if I have ice. But one thing I do know I have is plenty of iron. So I can just make a couple more buckets. I'll just make, whatever, I'll make 6 buckets. So all of that was really just to say I need lava buckets and a few water buckets. And a big storage system so I can gather lots and lots of things like andesite, diorite. I kind of enjoy monotonous, like, off-screen mining, which I'd like to do if I had enough storage. I'm really limited on storage here. Even though I'm starting to get shulker boxes, which I definitely could use a lot more. I could use them up more. But, like, I just would love to have a bunch of room to put more stone, more cobblestone. Wow, I really don't have much cobbled deep slate. Okay, I do have more cobbled deep slate here. But yeah, I want to build an automatic sorter, which is where the iron farm comes in. So the last 2 things I need are the glass and potentially a crafter, which I have no idea how to make. So that's going to be fun figuring out how to make. All right, after a very quick search, it says I need iron and something else. Redstone dust, a crafter, iron. It should show up. It doesn't show up, I don't think. Do I not have the required? It said 5 of these. A couple of dusts. Oh, and a dropper. It said I needed a dropper. I know how to make a dropper, I think. Oh, how do you make a dropper? Oh, I haven't done this in a really long time. Redstone dust. But I don't need more. Here it is, dropper. No, that's a dispenser. I do have what it takes. Oh, okay. Why didn't it show up? Did it show up and I just didn't see it? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. I think I only need 1. Now I have the recipe for the crafter. All right, before I look at it, so obviously it doesn't show up here. Before I look at it, I'm just going to try my best to guess what the recipe is going to be real quick. I just want to see if I can try. Dropper. Yeah! I've got a feeling that the farm I'm going to be building is going to be a very close one-to-one recreation of the farm that Wattles made. Not necessarily intentionally, but I'm just so fresh to this game that I'm probably just gonna kind of not be sure what I'm doing and have to refer back to his video. So definitely a shout out to Wattles. If you don't know who he is, and you like playing Minecraft, and you like anything about Redstone, Ilmango and Wattles. Ilmango is kind of a bit more technical, a lot larger projects. Definitely some good simple ones. But a lot of times, Wattles' videos will be quite simple, nice, easy redstone contraptions or farms or whatever. So he taught me how to build this iron farm in one of his videos. So that's kind of what I'm trying to copy. The goal is to copy it, but not like carbon copy. The goal is to do what he did to build the farm, but also just not to copy every single aspect of what he did. Obviously, there are certain things that I need in order for the farm to work. So the goal is for a working farm. So let's get started. I'm going to clear out an area real quick. All right. So I've got an area where I'm putting down some beds, and then an area where I'm going to have some villagers. And these villagers are going to be kind of locked in place. So they're going to be stuck here with a line of sight to a zombie. So I've got to trap a zombie, I guess, here. No, not quite there. Sort of here. And I'll need a block above his head, and then blocks here so that he can be chilling here. I don't think he'll be able to hit the villagers from that close. It's going to be annoying if I find out that he can't. So I think maybe one of the first... So I'm going to build up the box. I'm going to try to get a villager and a zombie, at least a villager and a zombie in here, so that I can, first of all, just kind of see if he's affected, if he can be harmed. If he can't be harmed, then good. I've got the zombie. Then all I need is just 2 more villagers. And there's a village over there. So I will see if I'm going to do my best to get a villager over. But first I need to kind of build the chamber at least. And then if I find out the zombie can hit him, I'll move him a bit further away. And then it's just a matter of building a platform on top for the iron golems to spawn, flow down into lava, into a chest, into the crafter, whatnot. And then just... I like how there's like a little cliff here, because it'll be great to kind of terraform this area just a little bit, get rid of some of these trees, and then just have like an area where I can just kind of walk up to the front of the farm and grab it. And then, of course, I need to spawn-proof the area using a shovel. So, probably, I'm going to build this up real quick, and then I'll start trying to get some villagers over here. Oh, man. I don't know why I was about to go to bed. I just realized I need a zombie. Which means I also need a trapdoor, which I could craft. Alright, I think this should work. Find a zombie. Lure him over here. Hop up here. Stand over here. He should fall right in. Cover him with a block. This should work. And then name him. And then hopefully he doesn't get struck. Well, that's not too far away. That's pretty close. I am really surprised there's not, like, more mobs, although I guess this must not be a light level of 0. I wonder what this light level is. Where's the moon? Not time to focus on the moon right now. Alright, please. Okay, that didn't work. Where are you at? Where'd you go? Okay, you're right there. Alright, first of all, stand in the right place, and please fall in. Yeah! Alright. Alright, next, before... I'll just try not to kill him. Then I'll name him. And then I'll put a block over him. Something very specific. I'll just put that over him. Alright, that part of the job is... Wait, did I name him? Did I name him? I think I named him. I did name him. Alright, he's named. I'll kill the spider. Make sure he's covered so he doesn't burn up in the daylight. And take a nap. Alright, so the zombie part should be taken care of. If I break this block, he shouldn't be able to get out. I'll leave that here for now. And now for the villagers. So let's see how far away that village is. Hoping it's not, yeah. It's not awful. Alright, so after double checking with Waddles on his video, he just says, like, that you don't want to have any villagers within 20 blocks of your farm. There's no way any of these villagers are walking all the way over here to this farm on their own. There's no way. Alright, I'm getting a little desperate. I am not finding any villagers without professions, although there are villagers... Okay, alright, there we go. Alright, so there are villagers... Okay, there are villagers who I haven't farmed with yet, is what I should say. Oof. I haven't purchased things yet, so they haven't locked in their professions. So I'm going to see how many villagers I can lure over here. See if I can maybe get a few. Yeah. Naturally breeding villagers, which yeah, I think is awesome. Actually, that's a big reason why I put so many composters around, is because I wanted them to naturally breed. This village, while I'm waiting for them to get done with socializing and breeding, which is really what I need them to do. I need them to go. So I guess maybe in the morning they'll come back over here, hopefully. I'll see if I can get them to do that. But one thing I did with this village, while they're busy with that, the one thing I did with this village is I went around to every house and tried to make sure every house at least had a bed. I may have missed a house here and there, but I tried to make sure every house had a bed. And then a lot of houses, I made sure to place 2 beds. So that there would be... So I just tried to make sure there was a lot of beds so that there was a mandate for more villagers. Then the other thing I did was I went around trying to place composters around the farms, hoping that they would naturally find the composters, assign that as their job. They would naturally farm from whatever farmland they have, feed each other, and breed. So the idea was not necessarily to make a breeding setup. I don't really feel like doing that, but at least to get them kind of self-breeding. That way, like, as if they die off, you know, I'll be able to renew them. The ones that I don't want to die off are like this one, the Mending Villager. I don't really want them to die off, but it is what it is. I'm just kind of leaving them be. And these are my Fletcher villagers for trading resources. You know what? This is going to be really repetitive and probably quite difficult. So I'm going to try it on my own and then let you guys know how it went. All right, I'm going to place these here. This is working. Wow, this is great. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is working out so well. All right, next thing. Oh, I forgot one of the most important things. Oh, okay, I forgot about him. Oh, I forgot about one of the most important things. Trapping them. Actually putting them in a trap. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Break these. So they should pathfind to there. And they also have beds. And so as long as I sleep, they should stay put here. They really, really should stay put here. So all I need to do is just build this around them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be back in a minute. Hopefully they don't all leave. Alright, I've got good news and bad news. I successfully got all 3 trapped. And the bad news is I accidentally let one of them go. Plan B, I'm going to try to see if I can breed them. I really don't feel like... Okay, wow, that was a much harder landing than I thought it was. Anyways, yeah, I'm just going to try to breed them. I'm going to try to see if I can give them, like, bread or something, and see if I can breed them. So, that's the plan. As soon as I get my stuff back. I did not think that was a hard landing. Alright. Pretty sure they will breed using potatoes, carrots, or bread. So, I'm going to try to use potatoes to breed them. You know, why I planted these potatoes was actually a reference to somebody, when I showed them my videos, they were like, I was like, what do you think? And they were like, I think potato quality. And I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you for the honesty. And I meant that genuinely. I do want genuine honesty. So hopefully these guys like potatoes or potato videos. Please breed. All right, I'm going to just be chilling here for a while, hoping that they breed. I just remembered a couple of things, especially while watching that video, is... Ooh, I better not let that baby out. How do I do this? I need to get rid of the composters. And let me just do this. I need to get rid of the composters and place a torch so that nothing can spawn in there. And technically they're not supposed to be working. I don't think they need jobs. They're parents. That's their job. That's a full-time job. Alright. I brought pretty much all of my hoppers, which is 7. I only had 7 hoppers, so I'm short by a couple of hoppers. So I'm going to need to make some. I don't know if I have enough iron, but I have an idea. But I will just delete this iron golem. And hopefully maybe have enough iron to complete the farm. Alright, I think technically this farm should be fully functioning. I got rid of all the spawn blocks in the area. I got the kill chamber set up. I got just a... Oh, wait, no. Forgot the lava. How do I do this? I'll just break out this block. Alright. Now I got the lava. And then I got all the spawn areas in the area trying to take... Oh, okay. I tried to take care of all the spawn areas in the area... around. As far as I can tell. I wasn't sure how far to go. I went 8 blocks. I'm pretty sure this is a 1-for-1 exact replica of the one Waddles made. Pretty much, besides like some of the decorative decisions. But it's pretty much a 1-to-1 replica of what he made. So honestly, if you would like to make this yourself, definitely check out Waddles' video, and I will leave a link to it. I'm going to continue. I'm going to try to do kind of some of the parts that he did, where he built the automatic crafter, because I think this is going to produce too many blocks. Too much iron for me to handle, so I'd rather it craft it up so it's less items. But I'm going to go ahead and just try to turn it on. I really hope I did it right and that no iron golems spawn outside. If they do, just going to try to go a bit further with my spawn proofing. I really hope this works. None of the leaves should be spawnable blocks. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a little box for myself. Oh, hang on. I hear fire. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's fair. That's fair. I am such an idiot. That's okay, I think. As long as this zombie stays alive. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. The zombie is dying. This is bad. Alright, I'm gonna have to use another name tag. Hey, but it works! Oh, the villagers are gonna get out. No, they're not. Okay. I'm a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of an idiot. I can fix this, though. Okay. So. As I was saying, I rebuilt it as though I'm a person who has brain cells, just kind of pretending there. So none of the wood is here anymore. I will probably fill in these corners with some more of this deep slate stuff, which I love deep slate. Prefer spruce, but you know what? Spruce is flammable, so this should work, and I'm gonna try it out. Hopefully, I guess the only thing I need to worry about is iron golems spawning where they should not be spawning. So we will see. Hopefully, this works just fine. So. Break. Dirt! They should get scared. Hop out of here. The glass is not spawnable. Alright, we got an iron golem. And then as soon as he dies, we should get the drops, and there should be, right away, there should be really quickly, there should be another iron golem right on top. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to happen right away. I would have expected another iron golem by now. Okay, yep, that's a spawnable block. That's a fair point. Didn't think about that. Wonder if I need to improve their line of sight, because they don't seem scared. Let me go back and check out Waddles' video. His video is phenomenal. It's the best. It's exactly, like, it's everything that it needs to be. But I think, oops, I think perhaps I've missed something. That's what I think is going on. Alright, I think the main difference between my farm and his farm is these blocks here, which might be just interfering with their line of sight a little bit. There we go. Now they're a bit more scared. Alright, let's see how the rates are now. Although it's still going to take a minute for this guy to die. But it should be good, because as soon as he dies, there should be another one. I feel like I should expect more rates than this. It's just not spawning more. I'm going to go through and watch the entire Waddles video and try to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm actually going to see what their rates are. Anyways, this is pretty much it. Well, that is going to be all for this episode. It's producing a good amount of iron. I already
filmed an outro, but it didn't catch the audio for some reason. So this is me again. I really hope you enjoyed. So if you did, please hit the like button. That's really encouraging to me. If you didn't, I really want to know why. So please just let me know why in the comment section. Leave a dislike so I can see that. And I hope to improve, you know. Like I said, I'm not going to be making a whole lot of videos, but I do hope to improve. Hopefully I will see you guys in the next episode. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.